So he's in basketball camp today because I have a little work to do. So it's like, we're going to basketball camp for today.
Is this your, who are we talking about?
My son.
Your son. Oh, how old is he?
He's 7.
Oh.
And like I know everyone says, "Oh, kids are full of energy." If you put him in a room with 10 other kids, he's 0% energy.
Oh, I have 3 boys. Legitimately, everyone in my house is like that, including my dog.
Sitting down on me, and it triggers me. He's like, because I'm like, just like chill out.
Yeah.
And he's like moving all over the place. Stop moving.
Yep. My middle one was my most like that, and he's actually my least like it now. So they can change.
It makes sense to us like that as a child. So
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
definitely don't sit still.
But they all, yeah, no, they're all boy. That's boys too. It's boys. Yeah. Yeah. Boys are physically exhausting. It's true. Yeah.
And I want to like worship that.
Yeah. 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 Keep them busy. It's the best thing. All right. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Steph. So I'm teaching on, last week I was teaching, it was Krishna's birthday last week, Krishna, the deity Krishna. And then this week is Ganesh's birthday. Today actually is Ganesh's birthday. So I'm teaching on Ganesh. So Ganesh is the little elephant headed guy. And his origin story goes like this. His parents are Shiva and Parvati, and Shiva's the yogi, the one who's out he's always looking for, to transcend and to transform. So he's always on the top of a mountain or in a cave meditating for, in his trance for years and years. So Parvati, his wife, is left alone a lot of the time. And so she gets lonely. And so during one of these periods, she creates herself a boy, a son, out of one of the myths says laughter and skin. It's my favorite one. There's lots of different ways that this is talked about, but boys, laughter and skin, hopefully energy and skin, maybe. So one day she goes to take a bath and she's in her bathing chamber and she says to Ganesh, stand at the door. I'm having my bath. You don't let anybody in, no matter what, don't let anybody in. Of course, this is the moment Shiva comes out of his trance, comes home, wants to see his wife. There's this kid standing at the door who he's never seen. He gets pissed off because it's Shiva and he lops off his head and goes to find his wife. And she, of course, comes. Parvati's freaking out. Oh my God, what did you do? It's our child. You didn't, And so Shiva goes out to find a new head for the child and finds an old wise elephant who agrees to sacrifice his head and have his visage live on as Ganesh's head. And we have the first successful head transplant to ever happen. Okay. So Ganesh has the elephant head and the body of the boy. And there's all these teachings on his iconography. So he's got the big elephant ears and his mouth is hidden by his trunk. So it's like this idea that we should be listening more than we should be speaking, right? He's got the tiny little elephant eyes, but they're very focused, they're small, but they're focused and they're honed in and they're seeing through the facade of things, seeing into the truth of things. His trunk is a symbol of adaptability because it's a nose, but it's a hand, right? They use their trunks for all sorts of things. And the trunk is he always holds a bowl of sweets in his hand. He's got like a big belly and his trunk is always going towards the sweets. And it's the remembrance that we should always be seeking out what is sweet in our lives. And he is known, Ganesh, as the remover of obstacles. He is the one who is invoked when you are standing at the threshold of a beginning of something. So a marriage or a child being born, or my son is about to go off to college tomorrow. We're bringing him in. I bought a bag of little Ganeshas and I'm going to hide them all over the room. He'll know where they came from. He's going to love it. Yeah, right. But I'm going to hide little Ganeshas all over his room because it's like the Ganesha stands at the threshold of something new. And he's known as the remover of obstacles, which is a lovely idea. I love that idea of invoking Ganesh as he's going to clear the way for you. He's going to come in front of you like you're a princess and sweep the path so there's nothing in your way. And although in a way that seems like a lovely thing, there's also this part of me that's like, well, what does that do for you? Absolutely nothing. Going back to the college analogy, kids whose parents do that for them a lot, they don't do so well in college. They don't know how to do for themselves. They don't know how to face the obstacles. They don't know how to see something in front of them and figure out how to deal with it. So another spin on that Ganesh story is that he represents the obstacle itself, but he's this jolly, loving, sweet guy, but he's there in your path, and he's the one who's inspiring you to dig deep in yourself to figure out how to get around that challenge, to figure out how to get through the obstacle, whatever it is that, that you're facing in front of you. So look, if you need someone clearing the way today, Ganesh is your guy for sure. If you need someone to help inspire you to figure out how to clear the way for yourself, Ganesh is your guy. So we'll just bring his energy into the practice this morning. So let's take a moment with our eyes closed. Sit up nice and tall. Whatever it is that you might be standing at the threshold of, the beginning of right now, whether that's just a yoga practice or a new day or a new season is about to emerge. This is a time of year where there's often big things beginning. So whatever it is that you might be facing, perhaps use your practice today to energize you, to inspire you, to feel the support of Ganesh's energy and the energy of this community that comes together to practice here, so that you feel supported in whatever it is, whatever might be in your path that you are facing. Let's bring our hands together in front of our hearts. Let's begin with 3 ohms together. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath in. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands and let your eyes open. All right, drop your hands onto your knees, and let's just do a little seated cat and cow, just starting to let the spine warm up. So as you exhale, let your weight drop into your hands. And as you inhale, arch your back, lift your chest, lift your head, looking up. Good. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, pull with your hands. Pull your chest through in front. That's it. Exhale, one more time around. And inhale, back to center. Good. And then come down onto your back. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Take a moment to just settle. One of the gifts of yoga is the moments to just settle, to calm, to quiet ourselves, so that when there's an obstacle in our path, we're not losing our heads and then causing other people to lose their heads. Do some cat and cow here. So arch your spine away from the floor a little bit as you breathe in, and as you exhale, round your back into the floor. As you inhale, arch your back away from the floor. And as you exhale, round. And just like that, a couple more times. Just letting the movement become a little bigger each time you do it. So arch a little more, round a little more. And then on your next inhale, let your hips lift off the floor. Not a super dramatic bridge, but just lift the hips a little, stretch your arms overhead as you do it, up by your ears. And then exhale and roll down. Take your arms back by your sides. Inhale, lift your hips gently, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, roll down. Step your feet a little bit closer to your butt and do one more. Inhale, hips up, maybe a little higher. Exhale, hips down, arms down. Good. Take your arms into cactus arms now. So arms out to the side. Bring your forearms, make your arms like a goalpost. Bring your arms down, hands down to the floor. Okay, good. And then we're just going to do some up and down movements. So as you inhale, stretch your arms back up by your ears. And as you exhale, pull your elbows in towards your waist. As you inhale, you can let your back round a little bit, stretch your arms overhead. As you exhale, you can let your back arch a little bit, squeeze your elbows in, let your chest lift, and do one more like that. Slide your arms overhead, and then slide them back in towards your waist. Good. And then bring your knees up into your chest, hug them in nice and close. Tuck yourself into a little yoga ball. Maybe lift your head and shoulders off the mat for a moment, bringing your nose to your knees and your knees to your nose. Really squeeze in. Okay, now keep your legs squeezing in right where they are, but let your head and shoulders come back down. Stretch your arms out into a T, out to the sides. And then drop your knees up towards your right elbow. So bring the knees up as high as you can towards your arm. Yep, you can let your feet come to the floor. Yep. You can let your legs relax into the floor a little bit, but pull them up high, close to your left elbow. Nope, right elbow, sorry. That's it. You can let your feet come down, Akiko. You can just let your feet rest. That's it. Good. Now relax your left shoulder to the mat. And let your left ribs relax a little bit over to the left, even as your feet stay resting over to the right. So Steph's legs are to the right. Yeah, you can go feet on the floor. Okay, inhale, bring your legs back up. If your weight shifted to the side, just recenter yourself. Pull your knees in really tight again. And then drop them up towards the left armpit. Knees to the floor, feet to the floor. The feet can be staggered. They don't have to stay together. Let your right shoulder relax to the floor. Let your right ribs relax to the floor. Just take 2 more deep breaths. Yeah, have that arm out to the side so you can just let the shoulder really release them. Is that okay? Yeah. Good. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Hug them into the chest one more time. Then reach between your knees and hold your feet for happy baby. Catch the pinky edges of your feet. That's it. Draw your knees out wide and your knees down towards your armpits. Stack your heels over your knees. If you like to do a little rocking side to side, you could do a little rocking side to side here. Stay relaxed in your shoulders, your neck. Good. Release your feet. We're going to find our way into downward facing dog. So you can rock forward and then hop back, or you can roll to your side and come to hands and knees. However you want to get there, find your way into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread out your fingers. Lift your hips up high. That's it. Make your arms nice and strong. Feel the support of your arms, your shoulders, and then keeping your shoulders and your arms steady, pedal out your feet a couple times. Bend your knee, one knee, and then the other. Stretch one heel down and then the other, just letting the backs of the legs open up gently. Good. Drop down to tabletop. Drop your elbows down. So you can come towards a child's pose, elbows to the floor. Turn your palms up. Let's do a little wrist warm up. Make a fist with your hand. Curl your hand fingers up, make a fist. That's it. And then open up your hands, press your fingers down, spread them out wide. Good. And then make a fist, stretch your wrists a little. Inhale, open up your hands, spread out the fingers, press your fingernails down. And one more time, make a fist. And then open your fingers up. Okay, good. Come back to tabletop. Stretch your right leg behind you, tuck your toes on the floor. Notice the weight wants to drop towards the pinky side of your foot, right? So keep the inside edge of your foot, the big toe grounded, and then pulse forward and back gently a few times. Press into your heel, little calf stretch, rock forward into your hands, gripping your fingers down, little wrist stretch, and just back and forth a couple times. Keeping your navel drawing up towards your spine, your front ribs knitting in towards each other so that there's some support. The abdominals are supporting the back. Next time your shoulders are over your wrists, hold there, look forward. Lift your right toes off the floor, keeping the toes pointing straight down. Good. And then squeeze your arms and legs in towards each other. So sweep your hands towards each other on the floor, your legs towards each other. And then if you've got your balance, take your left arm out in front of you and keep squeezing into that center line, the midline of the body, that imaginary line that cuts your body into right and left sides. Hug into that so you feel steady and stable. Take one more breath. Exhale, release your hand and release your knee. Good. Drop back into child's pose again. You could do a few more wrist releases if you need to, or just let your shoulders, your hands rest if that serves you more. Back up to tabletop for the second side. Extend your left leg. So we'll start with toes on the floor, the weight more to the big toe side. Well, let's not say more to the big toe side, but just even on the big toe side of the foot. So it's not, the foot isn't collapsing out. And then press straight forward and back a few times. Let your shoulders rock forward. Let your heel press back. Just like that. Make that midline connection here. We can think of that as drawing our energy and our awareness into a middle place that feels steady, that feels even. As you rock forward now, lift your toes off the floor. Keep squeezing the arms and legs in towards the center. Then, if you've got your balance, take your right arm out in front. We make that connection in our bodies. It's a somatic connection of finding a center, calm, steady place so that when there's an obstacle, something in our way, we're not losing our heads or cutting off anyone's head. Drop your hand down, drop your knee down. Good. Now back up to downward facing dog. Lift up, knees and hips up. Inhale, come forward to plank. Bring your shoulders right over your wrists. Hold here for a breath. Keep sweeping your navel up towards your spine. Bring your shoulder blades onto your back. Good. Then knees up or down, up to you. We're going to come all the way down onto the belly. You can drop your knees first if that's easier, or you can lower straight down. Good. Rest your forehead on the floor. Stretch your arms out into a T, so straight out to the sides. Yeah, just like that. Then keep your left arm where it is. Bend up your right elbow. Be on your right fingertips. And then you're going to push into the right hand and roll towards your left side. Then exhale and roll back to the belly. So just working into the left shoulder here a little bit. As you inhale, push into your right hand, roll onto your left side. Exhale, roll back to your belly. One more time and we'll hold it. So roll to your left side. Your head can be up or down, whatever's more comfortable. Your right leg can be in front. It can be on top of your left. It can be back behind you if you're looking for more stretch. You don't want to feel pinching in a shoulder here. You should just feel like a stretch in your chest, maybe in the bicep and the arm a little bit. Take one more breath. Exhale, roll back to your belly. Rest on your belly for a moment. You can turn your cheek to the side. And then over to the other side. Stretch your right arm out to the right. Bend up your left elbow. As you inhale, roll to your right. As you exhale, roll to your belly. As you inhale, roll to your right side. As you exhale, roll back to your belly. One more time, roll to your right. Stay here, head up or down. Left leg, wherever it feels comfortable, keep reaching through your right arm. And then you can keep pushing into the left hand, not so that you're, the idea is not more sensation or pain, of course, in the shoulder, but a deep opening. So if you can push into the left hand and create a little more spaciousness in the left shoulder, the right shoulder, go for it. All right, roll back to your belly. Rest your head, turn your cheek to the side, and just take a couple of breaths. Let the breath deepen and slow. And then slide your hands under your shoulders for cobra position. So palms flat on the floor. Work your legs first. Make that midline connection with your legs. So squeeze your legs in towards each other. Draw your butt in towards each other, like your butt cheeks in even. Tone your glute muscles. Okay, now inhale, lift your head and shoulders, lift your hands. With your hands lifting, squeeze your elbows in. Squeeze your outer shoulder blades in. Press your pelvis down, lengthen your spine, lift a little higher. Good, exhale, release down. We'll add in the hands this time. Inhale, lift up again, just lifting the upper body. Then keep those back muscles turned on. Keep squeezing the shoulders in. Now place your hands, push down, maybe lift a little higher, or maybe stay low. Keep the shoulders back and down. Create a gentle curve in your neck. Take your head back. Nice, you guys. Exhale and release. Press yourself up, back into downward facing dog. Dog pose, find your way to standing. So we'll walk forward or walk back, whichever is easier for you. Land into your feet. And then come on all the way up. Reach up and stretch up. Exhale and release your arms. Okay, good. Bring your feet a little closer together. So make that squeezing in, that midline connection. Take your hands, the heels of your hands, right at the crease of where your thigh meets your hip. And then we're going to sit back into chair. You're going to use your hands to push your thigh bones down. Yeah, and as you push your thigh bones down, it's not a rounding of the spine. You're pushing your thigh bones down and your spine is extending up at the same time. Okay, now we're going to straighten the legs. I want you to have a sense of your hands still pushing back. So the thigh bones stay back as you stretch your legs straight. And then do it again. Hands back to thighs, push down, extend your spine, maybe sit a little lower. That's it. Keep the thigh bones pushing back, straighten your legs, release your arms. Do one more, thigh bones back, push. That's it. Keep your legs as they are. Inhale the arms either into cactus or arms straight up overhead for a breath. Full stretch in chair. And then push into your feet. Keep your thigh bones back. Stretch your legs straight. Exhale. Release your arms down. Nice, you guys. Move your blocks in front of you so you have them there. Come to the front of your mat. And then without using your hands, do a little baby chair. So bend your knees a little, push your thigh bones back, extend your spine, and then straighten your legs to Tadasana, stacking the bones of your legs, the bones of your spine, standing tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Hands can go onto the blocks here, or of course onto the floor. If your hands reach the floor, that's totally fine. Bend your knees. Step your right leg back behind you. If you're using blocks, bring your blocks back in line with your front foot so they're not way out in front. Okay, now remember that action in your right thigh. So remember your hands pressing down because our leg is facing the floor. The same action means you're pushing your right thigh bone up. So push the top of your right thigh bone up towards the ceiling. At the same time, let the top of your left thigh bone drop down a little bit more so you feel a little bit more stretch and opening through the hips. Yeah, nice, you guys. Inhale, step forward. Switch your feet, step your left leg back. Good. Lift your top of your left thigh bone up. At the same time, let your right thigh bone descend. Extend your spine nice and long. Take one more breath where you are. And then on an inhale, step forward to the front of your mat. Fold over your legs. And inhale, come on all the way up. Reach up, stretch up nice and tall. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Just close your eyes for a moment and see where you landed as you came up. If your tendency is to land with the thigh bone sort of rolling forward and the low back collapsing, just adjust. Have that awareness. Again, not that you're doing something wrong or something needs fixing, but that we're creating that spaciousness into the hips with the thighs back. Okay, let's turn and face the long edge of the mat. You can face the windows if you're in the room. If you need to face me, that's fine. Yeah, feet wide apart. Let's start hands on hips. Good, pivot on your right foot. Turn your right foot towards the short edge of your mat. Turn your left toes in a little bit towards your right foot. That'll unlock the top of your right thigh. Okay, now bend your left knee, letting your left thigh bone, if you want to use the hand, you can push that thigh bone towards the floor. Encourage your right thigh bone to press back. That's the same action. Let your arms stretch out to the sides. Good. So your shoulders, your hips, your pelvis are open towards the long edge of your mat. Drop your left hand to your left leg behind you. Turn your right palm up. Good. Reach up first. We're not going back yet. Go up. Get tall. Get long. Push your left thigh bone down. Lift your left armpit up. Then take the whole thing back a little bit more. Nice. A little more space into the right side body. Keep the right knee bending and pressing wide. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forearm to your thigh. Top arm over your ear. Don't let the weight collapse into your elbow. Push your arm down into your leg so that the right side of your body is extending really long, as well as the left. One more breath to stretch full into your pose. And then inhale, come on up. Turn your feet forward. Good. Switch sides. Left foot out, right foot in. Good. So right toes are angled a little bit. That unlocks the right hip. Bend your left knee into a square. Knee lands right over the ankle, arms to the sides. That's it. Let the left thigh bone descend towards the floor. Push your right thigh bone back. Drop your back hand to your back leg. Reach your left arm to the sky. Go up first. Push your left thigh bone towards the floor. Extend your up to your left fingertips and then lean back with all of that space in the side body. Inhale, come on up. Cartwheel over, forearm to thigh. Right arm over your ear. That's it. Push your forearm down into your thigh. Turn your belly a little more from left to right. Hold steady and strong so as sensation builds. It's not that you're weak. It's not that you don't have endurance. It's you're building strength. That's what Ganesh reminds us. Push into your feet. Come on up. Turn your feet forward. Step your feet together for a moment. Do a little march out. Okay, we're going to come into warrior dog. So same leg position. Sorry, my air is not cooperating with me today. There we go. Let's put the air on a little. Okay, so go back to the first side. Feet wide, right foot out, left foot in. Good. Hips open towards the long edge of the mat. So not turn forward. It's not wrong. It's just a different pose. Warrior two, the hips and the shoulders are facing the long edge of your mat. Okay, bend it to your right knee. Same thing we just did. Keep your left leg really strong. So notice as you bend the knee, all the weight wants to sort of dump into the right side of the body. So make that left leg work for you. Then you're going to take your hands down to the floor inside your foot. Push your hips back behind you. So same idea, especially in the left thigh bone. Push your left thigh bone back. Right thigh bone also, but you're going to feel it more in your back leg. Then keep your hips, your feet, your weight on your feet where it is, but walk your hands on the diagonal up to towards the upper left corner. Yes, weight stays in your feet. Hips pull back. You can put hands on blocks here if that feels like a more reasonable way to do it. Can you go a little longer, Akika? Like step your foot back a little more. Does that feel okay? Yeah. There you go. Let your head and your neck relax. That's good. All right, take one more breath where you are. And then walk your hands in, walk up onto your leg. Come on, upright. Good. Over to the other side. Nice, you guys. Step as wide as is reasonable. So don't go beyond the point of no return, like no spontaneous splits, but go as wide as you can go without sliding into that split. Bend your left knee. And then take your hands to the floor inside your left foot. With your hands close to your foot, push your hips back behind you. Push your right thigh bone back. Then walk your hands on the diagonal. Yes. So it's like warrior in the lower body and dog in the upper body. You're good. I'm just giving you a little extra stretch. Is that okay if I pull back? Yeah. Nice. Yep, just like that. Pull this way. Yeah, like that. Feel how you get a little widening then in the pelvis then? That's it. Okay, good. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Take your time. Walk your hand up onto your leg and come on all the way up. Okay, good. Step forward. Come back to Tadasana. Notice if it's easier to get the thigh bones back a little bit as we've created some more spaciousness into the hips. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Step your right foot back. We're going to drop the right knee down. So if you need to grab a blanket on the way or fold your mat over, take your time and protect that knee, the back knee. Then we're going to come into lizard. So walk your hands to the right. You can heel toe your left foot out a little bit to the left. The foot can even turn out, the toes can turn out a little bit. That's it. Then we're going to come down onto elbows. And if your elbows don't reach the floor, you just grab your blocks and put your blocks under your elbows. You want your elbows resting on something. Yeah, and the blocks can be at whatever height. Take both of them, Akiko, so you can put your other elbow on there too. Yeah, there you go. Good. Okay, now settle for a moment and then bring your awareness to your back thigh, your right thigh bone. So that action we've been working, exactly, that action we've been working the whole time. Pull the thigh back. At the same time, let your left thigh bone move forward. So I use the wishbone analogy, just with a little bit of a grain of salt. Don't snap anything, okay? No snapping of wishbones. But that idea of them pulling in opposite directions, does that make sense? So your right thigh bone pulls back a little bit as your left thigh bone descends. Can I pull a little, Akiko? Is that okay? Yeah? Is that okay? Okay. Inhale, come back up into your hands. Switch your legs, however you want to switch. Step forward, step back, whatever's easy. So left knee down, right foot forward. That's it. Hands over to the left. Heel toe your right foot out to the right a little bit. Good. And then as you're ready, let your hips ease into it. Let your elbows release down towards the floor. Resist the top of your left thigh bone back. Pull it back. Imagine I was still there, lifting that thigh bone up towards the sky, back towards the back of your mat. And then keep that, but let your right thigh bone descend. Yes. Let the space between the shoulder blades soften a little bit. Let your heart soften a little bit. The space in the front of the chest. Take that deep breath, slow down, allow yourself to make a connection to the highest self before facing the obstacle. That's Shiva's lesson in this whole story. All right, come on back up into your hands and come back to the outs, go to tabletop. Let's sit back into child's pose. Go knees wide, big toes touching. Sit your hips back, stretch your arms out in front. Find your way back to downward facing dog. So go wider, Juliana. Go wider with your hands. Turn your hands out a smidge. That's going to let your shoulders. Does that feel better in your shoulders? That's better, right? Yeah. So turn out a little, spread out your fingers. There you go. Okay. Let's walk forward back to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. And come out all the way up to stand. Reach and stretch up tall. Exhale. Let your arms release by your sides. Okay. Let's do tree pose, Vrikshasana. So we're going to stand on the right leg. Take hands on the hips for the moment. Stand on your right leg. Now, the minute we shift the weight over to the right leg, what tends to happen is that thigh goes out and forward, right? So pull the right thigh bone back over the ankle, hug the outer hip in, then turn your left knee out. And then readjust and notice if the hip popped out to the side and popped forward. Yeah, it wants to do that, right? Squeeze in, make that midline connection, draw into that calm, steady center so no one's losing their heads. Okay, bring the heel up any amount. You can stay low on the leg, you can go up higher on the leg. What helps us to stay, what helps the foot to stay on the leg is pushing your heel to your leg. So push the heel, your left heel to the right, hug your right leg to the left, squeeze your legs together, then hands together at your heart. Press your hands together. So even as you're wobbly on your right foot, perhaps feeling a little swaying and movement, the sensation in that right leg building, you're still in that calm, steady center. You can still take the breath, face the obstacle. Exhale, release your hands, release your foot. Okay, take a moment, get steady on your feet. Bring your weight to your left leg as you do it. Keep your left thigh bone back and your left hip in. Turn your right knee out. Get balanced on the left leg. Feel your left foot pressing into the floor, your toes. Then slide the heel up any amount. Join your hands to your heart. Press heel to thigh and thigh to heel. You don't have slippery pants. You just need more midline connection. Press in towards each other. Hold steady and breathe. One more long breath in. Slow breath out. Release your hands, release your foot. Okay, nice. One more balance pose. We're going to start with blocks for support. So you're going to put your blocks in front and you're going to make, we're going to come to an L shape. So wrists, shoulders over wrists, hips over heels, and it sort of makes a triangle shape on your mat. So feet close together for this one. Heel toe in. Okay, good. Now press your thigh bones back, but lengthen your spine forward at the same time. So create a little more extension in your spine, gaze forward slightly. Bring your weight to your right foot. Don't let the hip swing out to the side. So tone your glutes. And then inhale and lift your left leg straight back behind you. Have your toes facing down towards the floor. Then take your right hand to the right thigh crease, right where the thigh bone meets the hip, and pull that crease back. Pull the thigh bone back and extend your spine forward. Good. Release your hand back to your block. Release your foot back to the floor. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, release your head, come to standing rest. Good. Warrior three variation, second side. Stretch your legs straight, arms straight, spine nice and long. Weight to your left foot. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up behind you. Toes face towards the floor. Balance yourself on your left foot. Take your right hand right to that thigh crease, the hip crease. Push the thigh bone back, extend your spine forward. Left thigh bone back, spine forward. Use your other hand, Juliana. Switch hands just for balance. That's it. Okay, good. Exhale, hand down and foot down. And bend your elbows and your knees. Breathe. Okay, one more time. First side again, stretch legs straight, arms straight, spine long, feet close together. And then just balance your weight. Notice if your weight's coming forward into your hands. And if it is, bring your heel, make your heels heavier. Get a little steadier on your feet. Okay, then sweep your right leg behind you again. Look forward. Now push the top of your left thigh bone back, not using your hand, just push the thigh bone back and take your left arm back behind you. Look forward. If you've got your balance, take your right arm back behind you. If you don't, keep your right hand on the block. That's it. One more breath. Extend your spine, extend your legs. Good. Exhale, hand down, foot down, rest, bend your knees. Nice, you guys. Straighten your legs and your arms. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Balance onto your right foot. Left leg up. Move your right thigh bone back over your ankle. Stretch your right arm back behind you. Extend your leg, extend your spine. If you've got your balance, take your left leg back behind you, or else keep the left hand on the block. One more breath. Exhale, release your hand, release your foot. Nice. All right, we're going to come down to sit. Bend your knees, come on all the way down. Actually, come down onto your back. Let's do a couple things on the back and then we'll finish seated. Come lay down. I'll turn the lights lower. Okay. Let's do a little abdominals here. We're going to do some slow bicycle crunches. So here's the invitation. Hands behind your head. Knees over hips, not over belly. Now, if knees over hips bothers your low back, you can have your knees over your belly. But if it doesn't bother your low back, you're going to challenge your abdominals a little more, keeping your knees over your hips. Take a deep breath where you are. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders and leg out. As you inhale, lower your head and shoulders, bring your right knee back over your hip.
Exhale, extend your left leg out, lift your head and shoulders. Inhale, bring that knee back in. Exhale, extend the right leg, lift your head and shoulders. Inhale, right knee back, head down. Exhale, left leg out. Inhale, knee over hip. And then keep going, your pace, but slow. Lifting up, extending one leg, lowering down, extending the other leg. So you're not pedaling your legs, you're lifting your upper body up and down. So it's lift up and extend. It's just a different movement. But actually, it challenges the abdominals more than just pedaling the feet. So the leg goes out as the shoulders and the head lift, and then it comes back and the shoulders and the head lower. So it's more like a crunch than a bicycle. All right, do one more each side. Extend. Of course, you're grown up. If you know that that other movement works better for you, just ignore me and do what you need to do. All right, hug your knees. Rotate around. Rock on your spine a little bit. Give your low back a little release. One of the lessons of this story, again, is that taking the pause before reacting, because, between a stimulus and a response, between seeing the obstacle and, freaking out or cutting off someone's head, we can take this pause. And in that pause is where your agency is. It's where your power is. And then we respond from our strength and not from our weakness, not from our fear. Bring your feet to the floor. Take the pause, take a breath. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your foot. Have your arms by your sides. We're going to let the legs do the work here, as I like to do. Keep your right knee pressing away from you, away from your right shoulder, but pull your left knee into your chest. Don't use your hands yet. Pull your left knee in, press your right knee away. That's it. Pull your left knee in, press your right knee away. One more breath. Then thread your arms through, reach between your legs and hold your left leg. Pull the left leg in closer. You can brace your right arm against your right leg if you want a little more stretch into that hip. If that feels like too much, then you have to do it that way. Yeah, try to keep your shoulders, your head, your neck relaxed. Slide this ankle over a little, the foot that way. There, flex your foot. Good. That give you a little more stretch in the hip then. Yeah. Good. Take one more breath. If there's another variation of the pose that you like, go for it. Is that okay? Too much? This is pretty open, dude. Yeah. I know. I mean, it's about what it feels like inside, but I look at a lot of bodies and this is a good range of motion. All right, exhale and release that leg down. Good. Uncross and switch sides, but it's about how we feel inside, of course, Yeah. Keep the left knee pressing away. Pull your right knee up and in. That's it. Pull the right knee in, press the left knee away. Yeah, you can lift your foot off the floor. Don't use your arms yet. Use your legs first. That's it. You got it, guys. That's it. Good. Now thread through, reach between your legs, hold your right leg. Is that okay? Too much?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. It's a lot. Yeah. Flex this foot a little bit. That's good. Good. Yeah, it's pretty low. But we want it to feel open. Yeah. All right, one more breath here. Just give you a little extra oomph. Yeah, and if you keep that ankle straight and the foot flex, that actually, it translates up because it stabilizes the knee, so then the hip gets the stretch more. Okay, uncross and release your feet down. Good, do a couple of windshield wipers, drop the knees side to side. All right, come on up to seated. Okay, did a little hip release, now a little deeper hip release. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hold your right foot in your left hand. Try to straighten out your ankle. The tendency is the ankle wants to bow out. It pulls into the knee a little when we do that. So keep your ankle straight, and then you can either hold the foot with your hand or you can tuck it into your elbow, and then take your right hand over to the right Lift your foot up off your leg and then roll onto your right hip. Yep. Roll on your hip. You got it. Find a spot that feels like it needs some more TLC. Spend a little time there. You can come down onto your elbow and try to pull your foot a little closer to your right foot, a little closer to your left shoulder. That'll get a little more rotation into the hip. And then just use the weight of your body to iron out the hip. Try rolling different directions. Try leaning back a little more and rocking on it. Try rolling forward a little more, rocking on it. Just get all those muscles and the outer glutes ironed out, opened up. Take a couple more breaths here. All right, and then bring yourself upright. Stretch your leg out straight and just close your eyes for a moment and feel your legs. Feel how your right hip hopefully feels a lot lower than your left hip, feels a little flatter, feels like those muscles are a little more stretched out and opened. And feel the whole energy of that leg. The energy, maybe a little, to me, it feels a little more awake, alert, vibrant. We increase the circulation when we open up the hip. All right, let's do the other leg. Cross your left ankle on top. Flex your foot. Hold the foot in your hand, or again, tuck it into your elbow if that's available. And then lean into your left hand and roll. Use the weight of your body. Some things in yoga, we don't want to let gravity sort of make us collapse, but gravity is our friend for this one. Let the gravity sort of draw your body down onto the hip, to your butt muscles, ironing them out. As the hip eases open, maybe try to pull your foot a little closer to your shoulder, left foot to right shoulder. Yep. Yeah, you can come onto the elbow. You can try rocking back into the elbow. You can try rocking forward a little bit more. Get that whole hip. Just a lot of movement around the sit bone, around the top of your thigh bone. All right, inhale, come on up. Release that foot out in front of you. Hello, little friend, go away. Okay. Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose. Here's how we're going to start. You're going to bring your right shin across the front of your mat. So not out to the side like this, not pulled in like this. You want an open angle. It's not quite a right angle. And then you want to be on the pinky side of your foot and you want the ankle to be straight. So instead of letting the ankle collapse down again, so we're not putting the pressure into the knee, try to keep your foot fairly straight. Okay, now, if you can just swing your left leg on top, go for it. If you're like me, you got to lean back into your hands a little bit and then get your left ankle on top of your right knee. You could just lean back. And if it really doesn't work, you can go to this position if that's better. Yeah. Yeah. If you can, bring the pinky edge of your foot around the outside of your knee. That's it. And feel like you're kind of hooking your thigh with your foot. Okay, now feel your left hip. Feel how it wants to lift up. Press it down. Good. If you're getting a big stretch, stay, breathe, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, breathe deeply. If you're looking for deeper stretch, walk yourself more upright. If your knees come lower than mine, please let them come lower. Mine just don't. If your knees come low, one thing I didn't say, if you have pain in your knees, you can always prop blocks underneath, so that your knees are supported and you're getting the stretch into the hip. So that's another way to do it if you need that support. You don't want to feel this in the knee. You really want to feel it in the hip. Okay, one more breath. Let that left knee release down towards your right foot any amount more. Okay, then lean back, slowly uncross. Be mindful as you're coming out of the pose. Yep, take a couple windshield wipers. Left leg across now. Left leg is the bottom leg. So Again, knee open. It's not wrong to do it here. It's just it's a different set of muscles that it's stretching. So when we do it with the knee open, it gets into the deeper external rotators. And that's what we're trying to do. So be on the pinky edge of your foot. That's it. The knee might come higher. That's okay. Then swing your right leg on top. If you need to lean back into your hands, lean back into your hands. Good. Yep. Bring the pinky side of your foot. Try to hook it around the top of your left knee or left thigh. Ground your right hip. Stay here or come more upright. Use blocks as needed for knees. We want the stretch in the hip. Knees don't really stretch. So if you're feeling it in your knee, not a great situation. We don't want to feel stuff in the knee. All right, take one more breath, lengthen through your spine. And then you can walk your hands back to uncross. And yeah, do a couple windshield wipers. All right, let's do one last challenge pose. We did some abs, we did some midline work, we did some hip work. So here's the pose. We did a half happy baby on our backs before, I think. Maybe it was in the last class. I think we did it here. We're going to do a seated half happy baby. So I've got my leg in a right angle. I can use my hand on the floor for support, and then I'm going to lift up the other leg. So it's like a half bound Navasana. And then if I've got my balance, I'm going to take that arm up. So start with knees bent, catch the pinky edge of your right foot with your right hand, left leg out straight. Good. Hold your right foot, sit up tall. You can have your left hand behind you just to start off to the side a little bit. Okay, then rock back, lift your foot up, pull your knee back towards your armpit. Good, lift your chest, lift your left leg, squeeze your legs together. Stay here with the hand on the floor, or if you want to try to balance, reach your left arm, your left hand towards your left foot. Nice, you guys. Exhale, release. Yeah, the good news is if you fall over, there's not far to fall, right? Release that foot down. Okay. So one way to avoid the sort of rolling back, what happens is if we let our spine really round, the weight wants to drop back. So if you try to keep your spine really in an extension and your weight come more forward onto your sit bones rather than back on your tailbone, it might help. It might not. No promises. Hold your left foot. Pinky edge of your left foot. Have your right hand over to the right. Good. Shoulders back, spine nice and long. So here's where you want that extension. Feel the weight come forward on your sit bones. Lift your foot. Pull your knee back towards your armpit. Good. Rock back a little bit, but keep your spine nice and extended and maybe lift up the right leg. That's it. Your right knee can be a little bent if it needs to. Maybe right arm up. Any of the above. One more breath, whatever you're doing. You're doing great. Good. Release it down. Release the foot down. Fold your legs and walk your arms out in front. Let your head, neck, shoulders release. Inhale, come on back up. Step your feet in front of you. We haven't done a lot of back bending today, so let's just create a little balance here. You can have your fingertips pointing towards the outer, so this way, pointing outwards, or pointing in towards your hips if your shoulders feel like that's a reasonable thing to do. Either hand position is fine. Push your hands down, your thumb and your pointer especially. Press your big toe and your inner heel down. Pull your shoulders back, lift through your chest, and then lift your hips any amount. Toe in your glutes, lift your hips a little higher. Push to the thumb and the pointer finger of the hand. Push down into the hand and lift your chest. Good. Exhale, slowly release your hips down. All right, come down onto your back. Take any last, if there's a last move or movement or stretch or something your body is yearning for, take a moment to do that. And as you're ready, begin to find your way to Shavasana. Extend your arms and your legs. Again, feel the connection to the center line of your body, that imaginary line that divides your body into a right side and a left side. And have your arms and your legs equidistant to the sides. you want something bigger under? You want a bolster? Yeah, I'm gonna grab you one. Mhm. Let your legs relax, ankles, feet. Yeah. Knees soften and release. Shoulders, hips, pelvis, let it all go. Let your belly soften so the breath just rises and falls gently, easefully. Relax your face. Bring your awareness to your eyelids. If they feel like they're blinking, see if you can let them become a little quieter. Let them rest gently together and be calm and still. Unlock your jaw and soften the skin on your cheeks and your forehead, the corners of your eyes. Let your whole body release and let go. Let your awareness be cleared, be resting with a clear path, the clear intention, the way swept clear by the energy of Ganesh. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Allow some gentle movements. Allowing your body to stretch and yawn and reawaken. Begin to bend your knees. Make your way onto your side.
And slowly back to seated. We invoke Ganesh energy into our lives, into our practice. It's an invocation of our own strength to endure, to grow, to transform, to be an active participant in our lives. To see obstacles not there to beat us down, but there for our own transformation, there for our own ability to dig deeper into ourselves with the intention of moving forward so that we emerge stronger, wiser, happier on the other side. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Whatever beginning you are at the threshold of, whatever obstacle you might be facing, may Ganesh energy be with you and help you find your way. Let's end together with an Om. If you'd like to join in, take a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Speaking of beginnings, we have a new Pilates series starting on Tuesday night, starting September 9th. If you're interested in doing Pilates is a great complement to your yoga practice. We have Whitney, she's wonderful, doing a Pilates class, and we have a sustainable running workshop starting again in September. If you are a runner or know a runner or want to be a runner, it's ways of just taking care of your body to be able to maintain a running practice as you.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome. Bye, Zoom friends.
Thank you,
Bye,
Rachel.
everybody.
Have a nice week, everybody.
Too.
Thank you, Doreen. So long, Rachel. Enjoy those kids.
Thanks.